After a crushing heartbreak, aspiring American musician Laurelyn flees to Australia for solace. There, she meets mysterious billionaire winemaker Jack Henry, who proposes a no-strings romance with hidden identities. As their bond deepens beyond passion, Laurelyn faces an agonizing choice. Laurelyn Prescott is an aspiring American musician whose dreams of stardom are shattered when she discovers her long-term boyfriend, a fellow artist she'd supported through every struggle, has been cheating on her with her best friend. The betrayal cuts deep, leaving her questioning not just her judgment but her entire sense of self-worth. With her savings drained and her heart in, she decides to flee everything she knows, accepting an invitation from her estranged Aunt Jolene to stay at a remote guest house on a vineyard in the Barossa Valley, Australia. She hopes the quiet countryside will help her heal and find inspiration too.
The vineyard belongs to Jack Henry, a reclusive billionaire winemaker known for producing award-winning vintages and keeping his personal life tightly guarded. Rumors swirl around him. Some say he's a genius, others a heartless businessman who destroyed his competitors to build his empire. When Laurelyn first arrives, she's struck by the sprawling estate's beauty, with rows of grapevines stretching toward the horizon and sunsets that paint the sky in shades of gold and crimson. But she's also immediately aware of the tension that hangs over the property, as workers whisper about their boss's unpredictable moods and the way he avoids any form of personal connection. On her third morning, Laurelyn wanders into the vineyard at dawn, guitar in hand, and begins playing a melancholic melody she'd been drafting about loss. Jack, who has been walking the rows to check on the vines, stops in his tracks when he hears the music. He approaches her without a word, and for a moment, they simply stand there. Her eyes filled with tears, his with a flicker of something she can't name. When he finally speaks, his voice is rough, almost gruff, as he comments on the emotion in her song. She expects him to tell her to leave, but instead, he asks if she'd like to see the wine cellar, where he keeps rare bottles and the equipment he uses to craft his blends. Over the following weeks, Laurelyn and Jack find themselves drawn to each other, though neither is willing to admit it. He teaches her about winemaking, how grapes must endure harsh weather and careful pruning to produce their best fruit, how time and patience can turn something simple into something extraordinary. She, in turn, shares her music with him, playing songs that unlock memories he'd buried deep inside. Slowly, walls begin to crumble. Jack reveals that his first wife Addison died in a car accident 5 years earlier, and he blames himself for not being there to save her. Had since thrown himself into his work, using his wealth and power to create a fortress around his heart. Convinced, Laurelyn opens up about her own pain, telling him how betrayal had made her feel small and invisible. As their connection deepens, Jack proposes a deal, a no-strings-attached romance, with both agreeing not to fall in love. He argues that physical intimacy without emotional commitment could be exactly what they need to heal, the way to feel alive again without risking further heartbreak. Laurelyn, torn between her desire to protect herself and her growing attraction.
Her to take a chance on love, while Jack's right-hand man, Zach, warns him that opening his heart again could lead to disaster. Addison's cousin, Ben Donovan, also arrives at the vineyard, claiming he's there to discuss business, but clearly harboring resentment toward Jack for what he sees as a failure to honor Addison's memory. Tensions reach a boiling point when Ben reveals a secret. Addison had been planning to leave Jack before her death, feeling trapped by his emotional distance and obsession with work. He presents letters she'd written, detailing her unhappiness and her desire to start a new life elsewhere. Jack is devastated, his guilt and self-doubt resurfacing with a vengeance. He pushes Laurelyn away, accusing her of trying to replace Addison and insisting their relationship was never more than a temporary distraction. Heartbroken, Laurelyn packs her bags, determined to leave the vineyard and Jack behind for good. She's convinced that she'll never be able to compete with a ghost, that Jack